Welcome, Gemini, to your Astrodice reading for July. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you're friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, best message for Gemini. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So give us the best house to talk about. Ooh, we got the sun coming out into the 12th house with Cancer energy. So talking about the sun over here, we're talking about that internal spirit going on, your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny that is involved, and talking about self, right? Anytime we talk about the sun, it's like what's revolving around me, which is a good thing, though, in a lot of ways, because that's where your self-image comes in, and this is where you're taking care of yourself, right? So definitely, you know, want to make sure that you're in control of the situation and that you're doing what's right for you right now. And that's really what this house is about, is taking only considerations for yourself, your safety, you, nobody else, which is very important. We have to do that. We love others, but we also have to take care of self, because otherwise, how are we going to love other people if we're not healthy? Right? So talking about the Cancer, though, and this is talking about the energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. And once again, there it is. What did I just say? Right? If I'm not taking care of myself, then how am I going to take care of my child? My child cannot take care of themselves. They have to have me ready, strong, and willing to go. Right? So you can take that way. And definitely talking about that. But it's also talking about those sensitive, caring, loving moments about what it is that you truly need. And more than likely, probably for your family, my friends. Okay, so going straight into the 12th house. I mean, even if it's a dog, your dog, you know, he needs to be fed, right? You have to make sure that you're taking care of things, your plants, whatever. So this is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause of power. So there is something definitely going around you, my friends, that you definitely feel like there's something overwhelming that is compelling you at this time of the, you know, in this month, within this house, this 12th house. The 12th house is also talking about your inner self, dreams, secrets, the past, subconscious, and karma. Okay, so there could be some karmic things going on. We are in Saturn retrograde, so it definitely, and that is the part of family. So let's see what's going on. Going straight to the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month, we have where there was a decrease, there is definitely an increase within a situation that has to do with your creative endeavors. That is also not bringing any kind of great achievements at this all. So it does feel like whatever you're trying to create that was going on within your life is not, it is increasing in the creativity, but it's not getting you exactly where you want to be right now within your life. Let's see what that creative endeavor says really fast, guys. It's the 8 of events. It just feels like there's something that you were creatively putting out there that just now is just seems to be very overwhelming, the situation. So with the creative endeavors, this is the soul expression. This whole thing, it has everything to do with soul. This is probably very karmic, because anytime we talk about the soul, we talk about karmic. This is soul. This is soul. This card is also soul. And it's right side up. So it says it's activating, involved. The pursuit may be something personal, like taking up painting, learning how to play the piano. It also could be professional opportunities, publishing, writing, theater. It sets your doubts, share your talents with the world, and express your soul's desire. This card is singing your praises, and also you should be as well. So whatever creative things that you're doing where you need to use some kind of expression to the situation in the very beginning of the month, whatever professional opportunity you have, you just want to make sure that you're really allowing it to flow, guys. Just allow it to flow. Allow it to do what it's supposed to do. If you're trying to get creative, trying to, bring back a loved one or get rid of a loved one, trying to come up with some creative something, take it how it resonates. But it does feel like there was an increase in where it was going, but it just hasn't reached that limit. It's just not there just yet. So, but I do like that you have the sensitivities behind the situation, which means you're actually putting forth a lot of power to it. It's just that it keeps overwhelming you, causing frustration. Is what it really, yeah, definitely frustration. And you could be definitely dealing with some kind of Sagittarius who's just pissing you off. Just saying. With the King of Wands upside down, you might even feel like there's some manipulation. So pay attention to the manipulation or the toxic interactions within this situation in the very beginning of the month, because it does feel like that's a lot of what's going on. There could be a lot of confrontation also going on, which you might be creatively trying to avoid. I'm sorry, I can't come over right now. I have to wash the dog. Creatively trying to escape where you thought there was, but it's increasing in how you're getting out of whatever you're doing. So if you are definitely trying to get out of someone's manipulation, you are definitely activating a good creative flow over here. It's just not working 100. Yeah, because there's the drama. I do feel drama. Hate to say it. It just feels like there's this dark cloud that keeps coming back. Even though you find these creative endeavors and ways to get out of a certain situation that you don't want to deal with, there feels like, it could even be obligations. I heard that. You feel obligated to do something you don't want to do, so you might be coming up with creative ideas. You may be manipulating the situation, my friends, trying to get out of something that you feel obligated to because it's not anything you want to be a part of. And it could be drama. Oh my gosh. So you might be the manipulator. And you're increasing within the manipulation. That's not for everybody, but it could be because you don't want the confrontation. Well, that would be a great way to use manipulation. Now, there's a way of using manipulation on a positive note instead of a negative note. That's like splitting that fine, I'm telling you, that's a fine hair to split right there. It's like pride, right? You have a fine hair to split when it comes to pride. Because pride is either very negative or it can be very positive. So this one feels like it would be on this area where it's like, I'm trying to manipulate the situation because I cannot be here with you. I don't want this interaction. So I'm going to give it everything in the world that I can to come up with some kind of productive way to do what I need to do to get the achievement, but it's not working. You could be screaming underneath your pillow and blasting the radio and doing all these things to try to engage in your own spiritual practices and trying to get yourself back to where you need to be in the beginning of the month. Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I'm not going to surrender to you. I'm done. So however it is, you're going to need a lot of meditation and a lot of breath work going on, guys, to release all of this tension that's going on. And there is. It feels like there's a lot of mounting grievances going on around the situation. And if this person is the manipulator, maybe it's even 2 in 1. Maybe they're manipulating the situation so bad that you have to turn the tables on them and do the same to them, just in a kind of a different way. Where theirs is on a negative side, yours could be, I don't want that. Right. So you have, there's no great achievements within that situation. There's no driving force towards the situation for all of this. The only thing that I can see right now that the driving wedge is the indulgence of self-care. And that's really the point. Getting yourself back to where you're going to feel like the sun is actually shining instead of everything being so cloudy. You know, and maybe you feel too like somebody is also pushing the limits and pushing the boundaries. I even see stalking in there. I don't know. I see all kinds of weird things. When I look at these cards, I just see these images popping up of like, and you won't leave me alone, and you're stalking me, asking me to do these things, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to be around you. Maybe we don't even get along very well. Maybe they want to argue. Maybe you're just literally with somebody who just likes to argue. Wow. Okay, so the mid-month we have the transformation with the Ascended Masters. Love that because it's, oh, 2 soul cards coming up twice, guys. You have the Ascended Masters and the Sacred Temple. So now you're transforming, finding that soul purpose in that area to get out of what you've been investing in all this time, which is self-peace. You know, happiness. Oh my goodness, I love it. And this is a profound time for that healing and to really close the closet on this situation and really dig deep into what the things you really need for yourself. And really taking on that transformation for yourself to really, you know, get away from whatever this is. Yeah, there it is again. Whatever it was a transformation because it wasn't a good judgment call. It's bad. It's not balanced. There's a lot of untruths going on to this situation that are just not good for you, and it keeps you too imbalanced. So you're going to let go of the situation, find your divine, right? The divineness within your soul, and you're going to move. It's almost like the whispers from the universe saying, let's go, let's go. Ascended Masters over here, this is really in tuning yourself to your higher self, and so that way you can patiently plan what you need to really get going for yourself, and having a lot of reflection. I see a lot of reflection. Of course, we have all these spirit cards out, so, and this new cycle change of where you're really going to reflect upon the situation and say, you know what, this is just too toxic, I can't handle it anymore. Breaking those chains and really putting forth some new ideas and information about how you're going to move. And a lot of it could be coming from a Capricorn of how to do so, or this earth sign. I actually have Virgo, Cap, and Taurus, so it definitely could be an earth sign who's helping you out in this situation and giving you a lot of information about something else. I also see some jealousy going on over here as well. So if you're definitely talking to this earth sign, this other person could be way jealous that you're talking to this other person. But you are finding that there is more nurturing. There comes that Cancer coming out to the situation. Your person is jealous of this other person. What the crap just happened? Because now I'm seeing power struggles, manipulation, obsessive thinking, jealous behaviors from this other person that is really going to come to your attention through the Hermit. And that's a part of the transformation, though, my friends, because you know that this is all unjustified. So, take what resonates and what don't. But I'm going to say right now, this person has got some issues. Best thing you could probably do is get ready to work on your shadow side with the Hermit. We don't have the moon out so much, but you know what? It's in Cancer, so you know what? The Cancer card is the moon, so I would just take the Hermit and just start getting really into the shadow side and start really figuring out what the hell is going on with this person. I think that will really help you to nurture the situation and really pull you out of the situation, because now you're going to pull yourself out of your shoes, look at it from a friend's point of view, and you know, you would say pretty much like, if I knew a friend was going through something like this, you would be able to eyeball that and eagle eye that immediately. You'd be like, hey, you know what? Your person's jealous, and you know what? They're obsessive with you. They're stalking you, manipulative. A lot of times we don't see exactly what's going on within a situation till we pull ourselves out and look at it from somebody else's shoes. And it's not saying you don't already know that that's happening. It's just that now you're going to see even deeper within the situation and how they might be holding you back from great achievements or things, or holding this, maybe they're holding some kind of grudge over your head with the sun. I mean, there's a cloud. And then holding you, you know, maybe they're even holding you prisoner to, well, you promised that you were going to do this and you were going to do that, and they're holding things against you. Well, now you can pop out of that and say, nope, that's not going to do that anymore. That's old news, and this is today's news. All right? So this is going to be your own self-expression through your own self-care, through your own intuition. There it is. Queen of Wands, upside down, gossip and jealousy, drama. And that's exactly what it is. And like I said, it looks like they're going to be jealous of this other person that you're going to have coming through. Some of you, you do have this person. For others of you, it's just their drama that you're just done with. And it's very recognized. The end of the month. Oh, that's very overwhelming. It's just almost at the point where, yeah, conscious lack of understanding. There's that conflict and the loving man. There it is. And like I said, for some of you, you have this loving man that's coming in and they're very jealous of this connection that you have with this other person. Like I said, it could be an earth sign. And they want to come in as a helping hand from the loving man. And they're really trying to solve the conflict within the situation, because remember, for a lot of you, this is the person who's going to really push you to start really thinking about the situation, really push you towards that transformation. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. It could be anybody. It could even be a Scorpio or a Libra. It could be anyone. I think for a lot of you, the person that you're dealing with is a fire sign, and the person you're going to be dealing with is a earth sign. The conscious lack is the determination to keep moving forward towards the end of the month and having a better understanding of what is going on, and having the understanding that this person is there to actually hold your hand. It doesn't even have to be a lover. It could be a best friend that your person doesn't like you hanging out with that much, or because they think you're getting, I don't know, for somebody, they're giving you wise ideas. Ooh, that means you have somebody who's really nasty. I don't want you hanging out with Lucy over here because she gives you wise ideas. And that's horribly controlling. Okay, whoever that's for. Okay, so the end of the month, yeah, definitely. And there you are. You're going to have this desire to want to really create a new focus for the situation as you're moving forward with the Six of Swords, yeah, for this love. Whether it's, and the love that you're really finding though over here, Gemini, is really the bonding of yourself and to understand what's really truly going on and how you're really going to get away from this situation. I don't care if it's a love situation. I don't care if it's a family member. I don't care if it's a work colleague. You know, I don't care who it is, right? It's just that this person who's overwhelming you, to the fact where it's like, I feel like I lost a little bit of myself through the situation, and now I'm going to gather all the strength that I have to really push the situation. Because all they want to do is, and they do, they want to cause conflict on where you're taking action now. So whatever actions you're going to be starting to take towards the end of the month, the 27th through the 30th, they're really going to conflict and really push back on you from making these actions and taking these new moves. So it's going to feel like a power struggle over here. And you might even feel like a lot of magic is lost within this situation, because it is a big struggle. But it does show that you will be walking away from the situation, and that the best place to do so is really just sharing the space within yourself, and then allowing this loving person to really share the space with you and allow the other person to get out of your space. Yeah, get out of my bubble. With the loving man over here, because they definitely have the Ace of Coins. So they want to, you know, they're more promising to the situation. You know, it's almost like they say that they're going to do something and then they're doing the situation, right? Because they're adding a lot of friendship and a lot of love to the situation, to where they're reliable upon the situation. So, and you know that. I think the other person doesn't like that though, because that does show a tightness. Yeah, where the passion was lost with the other. Yeah. And you're seeing clear that the other person was not doing so. It's almost like these two people are yin and yang from each other. They can't even compare to one another. They're so polar opposites. So you're going to start seeing your beliefs and values starting to really align over here when you have these two aces coming together. And this, like I said, this is going to be able to allow you to share this space with this person a lot better than the way that you were with this other person. And the more they get plopped out, boy. And, you know, you can now move to and get ready for new directions. Okay, make sure that you are taking the risks that you need to take though, guys, right? And don't let this person, because look, they're going to want to they are going to push back on you. They are going to try to take that control. This whole line underneath the Cancer area, where you're so sensitive and you're so loving, and everything that's coming through is full of controlness, right? Where they want all the attention. They want something Take it how it resonates, whatever the hell they're doing. It's wrong because it's aggressive. It's aggressive. It's controlling. It's aggressive. One way or another. And, you know, even if they're kind of manipulating the situation, aggression doesn't even have to come out of, you know, knowing that someone is super aggressive by, you know, do what I tell you to do. No, it doesn't even have to be that way. It could just be like, you know what I told you to do. It could just be very firm, very easy, you know, very mom and dad, very grandma. However, it doesn't even have to be that way. It's the tone of the idea. It doesn't even have to be the tone of the voice. If you know, it could even be tone of emotion. Well, you said that you were going to do that. That's manipulation in itself, just by the crying and the whining, right? So however that is, it doesn't matter because it all shows negative, right? So it doesn't mean that they have to be Mr. Meanie Pants or anything, you know, or act psychotic. It's just about the emotions also that they're playing out. We see it in women a lot, guys. Come on. You're Gemini, I'm Taurus. We've seen those whiny people. Don't tell me that I can't do that. That's manipulation. That's trying to get your way. And that could be a huge possibility of what they're trying to do. Taurus, Gemini, we're not gonna deal with that. We don't like those whiny people. You know, you have your ways of doing things, but that ain't it, right? Okay, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.
Thank you.